You've probably noticed that quiet people tend to stand out in their own way, without even trying. While they may not always be the first to speak up, there's much more going on beneath the surface than most people realize. Today, we're going to explore 7 fascinating psychological facts about quiet people that might just change the way you see them. If you've ever been intrigued by someone who seems reserved, or if you identify as a quiet person yourself, you'll want to stick around for these insights that reveal the hidden depths of silence. 1. They process information more deeply. One of the most striking traits of quiet people is the way their minds work. Unlike those who think out loud or quickly respond to stimuli, quiet individuals often take their time to process information. This isn't just a personality quirk, it's actually rooted in the way their brain functions. Studies suggest that quieter people tend to activate areas of the brain associated with deeper thinking and reflection more often than their more vocal counterparts. This means they are likely to analyze situations from multiple angles before coming to a conclusion, which is why their responses are often well thought out and insightful. The next time you see a quiet person pause before speaking, it's not that they don't have anything to say, it's that they're thinking deeply about what they want to contribute. This ability to reflect deeply makes them excellent problem solvers and thinkers, even if they're not always the first to voice their thoughts. 2. They observe more than they speak. Quiet people often have an extraordinary ability to notice the details that others overlook. Because they aren't constantly engaged in conversation or seeking to be the center of attention, they have more mental energy to focus on what's happening around them. They are natural observers, picking up on subtle body language, tone changes, and environmental shifts that might go unnoticed by others. This heightened sense of observation can make quiet people incredibly perceptive, and sometimes even a bit intimidating. They often see through facades or pick up on the emotions others try to hide. Their silent presence in a room might make others feel like they're being watched or analyzed, but really, quiet people are simply paying attention in ways that most of us aren't. Additionally, their keen observational skills allow them to offer insights that can be surprisingly profound. When they finally do choose to speak, their words carry weight and thoughtfulness, often providing fresh perspectives that others may have missed. This unique blend of careful observation and meaningful communication can create a strong sense of trust, as those around them come to recognize that their opinions are based on careful analysis rather than impulsive reactions. 3. Their inner world is richer than you think. Just because someone is quiet doesn't mean they're disengaged or bored. In fact, quiet people tend to have incredibly rich inner worlds. They might not always share their thoughts or emotions openly, but that doesn't mean they're not experiencing them intensely. Their minds are often busy with ideas, memories, and reflections that they prefer to keep to themselves. This is why quiet people are often drawn to creative or intellectual pursuits that allow them to express the depth of their inner lives in ways that don't require words. Writing, painting, music, and other solo activities can be their way of translating the complexity of their thoughts into something tangible. They might be quiet on the outside, but inside, they're always thinking, imagining, and creating. Moreover, this richness of their inner world can also make them incredibly empathetic. Because they spend so much time reflecting, they often find themselves understanding the feelings and motivations of others on a deeper level. This empathy not only enriches their creative expressions, but also makes them compassionate friends, capable of providing support when others need it most. 4. Silence is their comfort zone. For many quiet people, silence isn't something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. While others might feel uncomfortable with a lack of conversation or the absence of noise, quiet people often find peace in silence. This doesn't mean they're antisocial or withdrawn. It simply means they're comfortable with their own thoughts and don't feel the need to fill every moment with chatter. This comfort with silence can make quiet people excellent companions for those who appreciate calm and peaceful interactions. They're not the type to overwhelm others with constant conversation, but instead, they provide a space where meaningful, thoughtful communication can happen when the time is right. In a world that often values noise and speed, their ability to sit comfortably in silence is a rare and valuable trait. Additionally, their appreciation for silence often translates into a heightened ability to listen. While many may speak to fill the void, quiet individuals tend to listen intently, absorbing not just the words, but the emotions behind them. This quality fosters deeper connections, as people feel genuinely heard and understood in their presence, making interactions more fulfilling for both parties. 5. They don't seek external validation. Quiet people often aren't interested in impressing others or seeking external validation. They tend to be more intrinsically motivated, meaning they do things because they genuinely care about them, not because they want praise or recognition. This can be surprising to more extroverted individuals who thrive on feedback from others, but for quiet people, their satisfaction often comes from within. Because of this, quiet people can sometimes appear aloof or uninterested in social games, but it's really because they aren't driven by the need to be noticed. They're not seeking attention or approval, which can make them seem mysterious or hard to figure out. But the truth is, they're just content with themselves, and they don't need external validation to feel good about who they are or what they do. 6. Their listening skills are exceptional. One of the greatest strengths of quiet people is their ability to listen. Because they aren't as focused on being the ones doing the talking, they're often more attuned to what others are saying. This makes them incredible listeners who can truly understand and empathize with the people around them. It's not uncommon for quiet individuals to become the go-to confidants for their friends, simply because they're able to listen without interrupting or offering unsolicited advice. Listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about understanding the meaning behind them. Quiet people excel at picking up on the emotions and subtext in conversations, which allows them to connect with others on a deeper level. If you've ever had a conversation with someone who made you feel truly heard, there's a good chance they were a quiet person who was giving you their full attention. 7. They can be misunderstood as shy or unfriendly. One of the most common misconceptions about quiet people is that they're shy or unfriendly. While this can be true for some, it's not always the case. Many quiet individuals are perfectly comfortable in social situations. They just prefer to listen and observe rather than dominate the conversation. Their quiet nature is often mistaken for disinterest, when in fact, they might just be processing things at their own pace. This misunderstanding can sometimes make it difficult for quiet people to connect with others, especially in environments where being outgoing is highly valued. However, once you take the time to get to know a quiet person, you'll often find that they're warm, thoughtful, and even humorous in their own subtle way. It's just that their personality doesn't shine through in the same way that a more talkative person's might. Quiet people are often misunderstood, but their unique psychological traits make them some of the most interesting individuals you'll ever meet. Whether it's their deep thinking, keen observation, or ability to listen without judgment, there's much more to them than meets the eye. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.